Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, yet another game made by From Software. So we should definitely expect a challenge. Should you buy this game now? Maybe wait for a sale? Hello, I'm B Smooth, and here's my mostly spoiler-free review for Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. This game is available on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. My playthrough was on the Xbox Series X. The game starts with you, a modified human, making a crash landing on the planet Rubicon. During entry, you'll notice someone communicating with you. This is your handler, Walter. Think of him like your very own guy in a chair. Your mission control. After you land, you're put through a tutorial which shows you the ropes. After learning all the different movements like how to dodge and burst, you encounter some enemies. The game takes it easy on you by throwing low-level enemies in your path. It's not too long till you encounter your first boss battle. It's here where you'll be humbled. Big time. You will die multiple times. This is a From Software game after all. After defeating the boss, you take the call sign Raven, which grants you access to Mercenary support, things like missions and a combat simulator. Then you're given a quick rundown on the substance coral, which is highly sought after by all the factions. If Rubicon is the goose, then coral is the golden egg. So, if you've watched Gundam at all, or anything with giant mechs, you won't be surprised to hear corporations run everything and are at each other's throats. There's also a resistance faction, which call themselves the Liberation Front, that join in on fighting the corporations. As a mercenary, you'll take jobs from different corporations for different things they want. All Mine is your mercenary liaison org. You take missions from the sortie screen. You're going to see the amount of money being offered for each mission. You can also change your arsenal or select a whole new saved loadout. The more your rep increases, the higher your rank and difficulty of the new missions that come your way. Before you head out on a mission, you're briefed on the objectives. Your handler, Walter, will keep you up to date on those objectives, while you battle it out with opposing enemies, which can be things like tanks, helicopters, smaller mechs, and sometimes some pretty tough mercs who are also piloting AC units. The missions in this game aren't always just point and shoot, although most of them are. You'll take some missions that will have you infiltrate certain places, some have you retrieve combat logs, and some will have you escape certain areas. There's a good amount of missions in the game, 59 in the first playthrough, and there are quite a few difficult ones. Now, it's time for combat. The meat, if you will. Combat is very fast-paced in AC6. Like, really fast. It will take you some time. How much depends on your own skill level. No worries, the more you play, the better you'll get. You can equip up to 4 different weapons to use at one time. You can hold a weapon in each hand, and a weapon for each shoulder. Weapons you can equip include handguns, shotguns, laser swords, machine guns, assault rifles, burst rifles, plasma rifles, linear rifles, plasma mortars, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, and more. Depending on your build, you can be a very, very dangerous AC unit. Something that is just as important, or maybe even more important than shooting things, is movement. When you stop moving, you die. Like I mentioned earlier, you can dodge attacks. Just be careful because you can't dodge forever. You can also boost to get some much needed space from an enemy, especially if you have a long range build. You can also boost to close a distance with an enemy if you have a close range build. Whatever the case, never stay still. ABM, always be moving. If you stay still for even a second, you can be hit with an attack that can take more than half of your health. You'll notice this happening more frequently with boss battles. Oh my god, boss battles. Boss battles are pretty crazy. They're the best part of the game though. The hardest part, but the best part. They're in no way complicated, but difficult. Learning the attack patterns and weak spots of the boss will help immensely, and even still you're going to have a difficult time. It's all worth it once you beat a boss though. Beating a boss in this game, or any From Software game for that matter, feels like a big accomplishment. When you finish a level, you get paid. If you do well enough, you can get bonus pay, and that's the good news. The bad news is you also incur expenses depending on damage taken, ammo used, and repair kits used. When you complete a mission, it'll become available to replay. You can replay missions for a better rating. If you want an S rank, which nets you more pay, you must complete a mission without retrying from a checkpoint and also keeping your damage, ammo consumed, and time taken to a complete low. You can spend your hard-earned money in a parts shop. You can buy guns or melee weapons for either hand or shoulder-mounted weapons. You can also buy armor parts for your AC unit, including a new head, arms, chest, legs, booster, generator, etc. You can also customize your AC with different colors on different parts as well. You can add decals as well. Different parts have their own weight, so you have to make sure you stay under the weight limit. When you do enough missions and make a name for yourself, you'll gain entry to the arena. In arena matches, you'll face off against other CPU controlled mercs and ACs. When you win, you're rewarded with things like emblems, money, and OST chips, which can help you unlock new abilities. Now, as your rank grows, you'll gain access to fight ACs with higher ranks. Once you get far enough into the game, you'll then unlock Nest mode, which is basically PvP. You play online and can have matches of 1v1 or 3v3. Beating the game is highly rewarding because of the difficulty. For those who like a challenge, there's a New Game Plus, which gives a few new missions. Depending on your decisions, can lead to a new ending. Then there's New Game Plus Plus, which actually gives you a ton of new missions and another new possible ending. Okay, let's wrap this up. So, what do I think about Armored Core 6: Fires of Rubicon? Well, my rating for this game is an 8. The story is meh, but the combat is wild in a good way. It's definitely not a game for everyone. If you like a challenge, you'll love this game. But if you're just coming home from work and you want to chill with a laid-back game, this ain't it. With that said, it's a solid game. One definitely worth playing. Well, that's it for me. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. Thank you very much for watching my review, and I'll see you next time.